didn't hear about January 9th? You didn't hear about January 9th? The Rumble at DOA?
30 men into the ring, one man is the winner.
Winner gets to create their own title.
What should I call it?
Well, why don't I just call the championship
The Mike Soriano, win whatever the hell you want title.
It's gonna be the Little Chocolate Drop Championship. If I win, I'm gonna call it the sexy title.
the heavyweight champion of baby makers.
Rock and roll title.
We'll call it the Elite title. Team Elite.
And it doesn't matter if I draw number 1 or number 30.
Not if, but when I win this DOA Rumble.
When I'm done tossing everybody out of the ring, clothesline them over the top rope.
When I win, when I throw everybody else over the top rope, I am going to win this title.
Mike Santiago will win the DOA Rumble.
Jason Sullivan is gonna claim his own title.
So January 9th.
January 9th.
January 9th.
January 9th.
January 9th. Be there or be nowhere.
Welcome back, everybody, to DOA Pro Wrestling, the main event, the match you've been waiting for. 30 men are going to enter this ring. One of them is going to emerge the next DOA champion. Name your title. Could it be the new DOA heavyweight, the super heavyweight, the super lightweight? Could it be the DOA women's champion? Who knows? We're going to find out in a matter of minutes when 30 wrestlers step inside this ring to compete in the third annual DOA Rumble. Just a reminder, coming up on February the 13th, it is My Violent Valentine. Melban Gaia will be part of the action, performing at the show, during intermission, before the show, and one lucky wrestler will have their music played by this band. If you have a band, want to be part of DOA Pro Wrestling, drop us an email, promotions@doaprowrestling.com. We'll shoot you back the details of how you can be part of DOA Pro Wrestling in Portland and around the Pacific Northwest.
So looks like these are our first two, as you say, combatants, Bulldog Bob Brown. We got Double B, Double Bad, Bubba Blanchard, and Rockin' Ricky Gibson here.
Well, I tell you, in just a matter of moments, there'll be more wrestlers, but we're starting it off with these two. And again, 1 and 2, never a great number to grab in a Royal Rumble, in any Rumble, in any Battle Royal, because you've got to outlast the others that are going to be coming out fresh and ready to go.
And just so our fans know, that's fresh every 2 minutes.
And now side headlock there by Bubba Blanchard. And it's probably wise that they don't go for a lot of crazy, outlandish moves early, because they're going to have to save that energy to expend later on.
Ricky Gibson's already wrestled once tonight.
And Bubba Blanchard is yet to wrestle, so this will be nice for him as Gibson up and over. But Bubba Blanchard, I think, crushed himself on Ricky Gibson.
Can't go for a cover, Ricky. It's an over-the-top rope, buddy.
That's true. There is no pinfalls. There are no submissions. The only way you can win is over the top rope with both feet planted on the floor.
And that was not an elimination by Bubba Blanchard. He did not go over the top rope.
Nor Ricky Gibson, because he went under the bottom rope as well. Ricky Gibson, though, looking for a high-risk move outside already. Just seconds into it.
I don't know if this is such a good idea, Bulldog. The more energy you're going to exert now, the worse off you're going to be later, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And not only that, but you don't want to be out on the floor with a guy like Bubba Blanchard, because he can take it to you and then some. And for a minute there, I thought Bubba Blanchard was trying to find himself a seat in the front row. He was right behind the guard rope there.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, if I was number one, I'd just hang out as long as I could.
But you know, the competitive nature of these two wrestlers is such that They're not going to waste any time. They're going to go to it. And they are right now. Is the waist lock there applied there by Bubba Blanchard on Rocking Ricky Gibson. Again, one of those great moves that takes all the air out of the body, slows the pace down a little bit. Moments away from our, actually 30 seconds call for our next combatant coming out here. Belly to belly right there by Bubba Blanchard takes over Rocking Ricky Gibson. I don't know who number 3 is, but they're going to be meeting up with 2 guys who've already been beating each other up for the last 2 minutes.
And it looks like they're coming here pretty quick.
Scoop and Sam there by Bubba Blanchard looking upstairs, top rope. High risk move here. Well, look at this. It's another Blanchard, this time Jeremy Blanchard. The superplex there by Rocking Ricky Gibson, but is met with a series of stops there by Jeremy Blanchard.
And a little known fact for you fans, Rockin' Ricky Gibson was trained by Jeremy Blanchard, as was I.
Oh, now wait a second. You see this, what I see? I see Jeremy Blanchard. That's not his attire there. That's Quiz's vest he's wearing.
No, those pants are definitely his.
The vest, not the pants.
Well, you just said attire. You didn't specify what piece of clothing you're talking.
Oh, for goodness sake. And you call yourself a journalist, you're doing all this Googling and other research here.
Hey, and he's not exactly wearing the vest. I mean, he's way too big for Quiz's clothes.
This is true. Oh, right now, this is really bad news for Rockin' Ricky Gibson as he eats the buckle there. You got one Blanchard outside, you got one Blanchard inside, and Ricky Gibson, well, basically split in the middle right there as Bubba's working on the face outside the ring, dropped the elbow in there. And Jeremy, well, dare I say it, the nether regions right there with the boot.
He's just putting a filter on Rockin' Ricky Gibson's family tree.
It certainly was. That's some family jewels that are about ready to be, well, hurt. I think that's the only way to describe it right there. And Ricky Gibson just took a leg drop there from Bubba Blanchard with his neck draped over the ring apron. And now both Blanchards in the ring. And with 30 seconds to go, this is, fortunately for Gibson, he's only got 30 seconds before another combatant comes in here and may want to take on the Blanchards. But in the meantime, he's taking a pounding.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd necessarily call it fortunate.
Oh, this could be bad. It is.
With the Memphis Showboat.
Boy, I tell you, right now, it's all over. But nobody is throwing him over the top rope. They just want to pound on him some more. Choking him is Jeremy, now choking him is Bubba.
And I don't know too much about this guy other than he is a big, big individual. I know he is one of the students of the DOA training school, and that's about it.
Well, and he's being met with a welcome to DOA Pro Wrestling by both Blanchard boys. And what's Jeremy reaching for in his pants there? It looked like he was reaching for something. You never know. The referee doesn't check any of these wrestlers as they're coming into this matchup here. So he very well could be concealing knuckle dusters or other assorted paraphernalia in those pants.
There is a good chance that he has the same condition that Bronco Young does, where he has no ass and he can't keep his pants up.
Oh, the adjustment. Well, thankfully for Bronco, he is outside the ring tonight. So for this matchup, so he doesn't have the running around that he did earlier, and possibly losing enough weight to lose the inches.
Yeah, we need to get him a chair and a sandwich, I think.
Suspenders. Well, maybe referee suspenders in the black and white stripes.
I'm all for it. Can we get him a bow tie?
Well, Sledge right now getting hammered there by both Blanchard boys. You got Jeremy on the right, Bubba on the left. They're both taking a side. They don't really care. They just want to beat some people up.
Yeah, that's kind of the MO of the Blanchards. It always has been.
Well, I think that's the best way to describe that was like a goozle there by Bubba Blanchard.
A goozle?
I think the best way to describe it, just going there, reaching in the neck and just goozling them. Granted, it's a reference from about, a few decades ago that I read recently on Google.
Before I was born, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. Now, Gibson just ate the stairs out in the floor there. And Bubba just ripping at the face And throw the bionic elbow there, courtesy of Jeremy Blanchard. Oh, a face that we haven't seen in DOA Pro Wrestling for a while. DeMarcus James making a return to DOA Pro Wrestling for this particular Rumble.
He's looking a little thicker than normal. I think he's had his fair share of Popeyes to get beefed up for this match.
Well, I'll tell you right now, whatever it was, it's working because he's putting the pounding in on the Blanchard, and he's working over Sledge too. He's going after one, going after the other. Sledge being, well, that was quickly removed there.
Yeah, I
Big
mean,
clothesline.
DeMarcus has given up a good probably 60 or 70 pounds minimum to this Sledge
I
individual.
was going to say at least 100. I'm looking at the size difference. It's incredibly monstrous, this guy, right now. And nobody's out yet that I can gather. I don't even know where Bubba's gone off to right now. Ricky Gibson slowly making his way back into the ring. Again, he is yet to be eliminated. Wants a tag for some reason.
That's probably a smart idea.
He's forgotten that this is actually a Rumble, which means that all the wrestlers are in the ring at the same time. Oh, DeMarcus there with the face rake there with the boots on Sledge in the ring.
And not to take anything away, but if you look close at Sledge's tights in the back, he has Draven's hair attached to his tights.
That's weird. That's
Yeah,
just weird.
It's kind of, I guess it'd be the pro wrestling version of a rat tail.
Oh, take a look though. Did you see that with Jeremy Blanchard rolling him up into a pretzel?
Yeah.
Looked like he was trying to break his neck right there as well.
Jeremy Blanchard gave what we like to call in the business a bat cave.
There you go. We'll call that. But Bubba's yet to get back to the ring. Oh, finally he's going to make his way back in. Not a bad move on his part, taking all that time to rest and relax there because, I mean, it is a lot of wrestlers still to come.
And Bubba's screaming for whatever reason.
He does that. It's intimidation. It's the best way to describe it right now. Now DeMarcus James getting pummeled there in the corner by Sledge. Bring our next opponent back in the ring right now. We've got 5 of them already in there. We're waiting for number 6.
Oh, God. You know, I heard, Bulldog, that the Freak is one of your favorite wrestlers at DOA.
The Freak has been signed to this matchup. What are you going to call this? The multi-gender championship if he wins it? Or here?
Well, I don't really know what gender he is per se.
So
I mean,
said multi-gender championship. That way we were covering all the bases.
Yeah, or he's just. I really don't know. Leave me alone. He's coming over here, Bulldog.
Hey, wait, hey! You tried to kiss me.
Hey,
Get him away from me, or it. And as you can tell, the lace corset there, covering the ample body there of the Freak.
It's not really covering anything.
This is true. And apparently he has a love affair there with Sledge.
That's definitely a love affair.
Yes, humping the leg. And if I were Sledge, I'd throw myself over the top rope rather than endure this. And oh my, well, he almost got it right there by Jeremy trying to throw him over the top rope, but the Freak holding on for dear life.
I think the Sledge is going to have his trunks dry cleaned.
Well, and possibly tested as well.
Yeah, or you're just going to have to burn them.
That's true. Legs as well, I would think. Not a nice thing. And now DeMarcus James. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm not even going to say what's going on there because it just looks wrong.
You got to realize that if you're working a wrestler with a zipper for as part of his mask, you're in trouble.
Well, nobody wants to tangle with the Freak about right now. The Blanchards want a timeout.
You know that music, Bulldog. I know that music, Bulldog.
I do indeed. It's the Doctor, the sexy title possibly tonight. Could be his. As Ricky Gibson dives into all the wrestlers, all combined in at once. little juking and jiving there by Rockin' Ricky Gibson.
And Doc coming out wearing one half of the tag team titles. I hope he realizes that that's not going to help him, and he may think he's going to look sexy with another title if he wins, but it's just not going to happen, I don't think. Sullivan taking a page out of Bubba's book and just hanging on the outside.
You know, again, some of the veteran wrestlers, this is a very smart move. They let some of the younger wrestlers tire themselves out, then quickly pick them off like flies.
Sullivan must be hungry. It looks like he's trying to bite off Mike Santiago's nose.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you got to be thinking, you know, Sullivan's mind right now. He's got that big matchup coming with Wade by God Hess on February the 13th at My Violent Valentine in the House of Hell matchup, where anything goes, no DQ, the top rope wrapped up in barbed wire, weapons galore, and Wade states there will be blood. How can't there be with barbed wire over the top rope?
I agree. It's going to be an unbelievable match to watch. Or, you know, through one eye, because I'll probably have my hand over my face because there's just too much blood.
Well, it's going to be violent for sure, and I don't know how much of it will actually be airing on television. So if you want to see it live, the University Park Community Center in North Portland is the place to be. The bell time, 5 p.m., 4:30 the doors open. There's always action galore. We've got a metal band coming that night. There's going to be a lot of great surprises going on. You want to make sure you are there. You can get advanced tickets at Togi's in Milwaukee and, of course, at Patty's Home Plate Cafe on Lombard in St. John's. Well, the other member of the Gibson clan has arrived now, and Sullivan right now with a bear hug out on the floor on Santiago, readjusting the spine.
Yeah, and Bobby Gibson turned sideways and he vanished.
Bobby Gibson, well, the way you can tell is by the tights. The tights are neon blue. You can easily find them.
I was thinking because he looks like an 8th grader.
Well, here we go. Jeremy Blanchard, though, doesn't care what age you are. He's going to put a pounding on you right now, and Bobby Gibson is the recipient.
Yeah, Jeremy Blanchard is definitely not, you know, he's an equal opportunity ass kicker, if you tell me, if you want to ask me. And it's probably a good thing to get this kid out of his misery now.
Well, Big Ugly is going to try and get rid of Ricky Gibson, but is unsuccessful. It's kind of funny that both J.D. Bishop, who has also gone by J.D. Blanchard, and Jeremy Blanchard are working over on the Gibsons.
Well, you got to, ooh, another gunshot of a chop from the Big Ugly. You have to realize, though, that between Bubba Blanchard, Jeremy Blanchard, and the Big Ugly, known as the Orcal Connection, they've kind of formed a brotherhood over the past decade or so. They were both trained down in California at a wrestling school down there, and that's where they became friends and eventually just, as a brotherhood, became brothers.
Cleaver almost eliminated there by Sullivan, but hung on at the last second, managed to get his feet under the bottom rope, pull himself back in. But listen to that one! The Leprechaun isn't green anymore, he is bright red.
Yeah, he definitely wishes he was thanking his Lucky Charms right now.
And that was not magically delicious at all.
What is Cleaver doing? The Leprechaun deserved like 13 or 14 more of those.
Boy, take a look right now. We're getting ready for yet another wrestler entering in this DOA Rumble. as this ring fills up with talent. Bobby Gibson dumped over the top rope there by Jeremy Blanchard.
Bobby Gibson's so light, it's almost like he floated out of the way.
Cleaver flying clothesline into the Leprechaun in the corner. Leprechaun down. Oh, flip pile driver takes down Ricky Gibson. And oh my goodness, we are slowly but surely seeing wrestlers eliminated left, right, and center.
Ricky Gibson has been eliminated.
Sullivan tried to eliminate the Leprechaun, but the Leprechaun holding on for dear life back in the ring. I don't know if I like his chances anymore just because of the fact that he has been chopped to death in this matchup here. As I said, turning from green to red, he's like a traffic light.
Yeah, he definitely needs to go searching for his pot of gold. It might be about the right time.
Well, up and over he goes. He is searching for the pot of gold, but it's not going to be there tonight as he's eliminated by J.D. Bishop, the Big Ugly.
Sullivan with one big shot to Santiago and another.
Cleaver meeting up with the Big Ugly in the corner. Jeremy Blanchard sort of biding his time. Big boot there by the Doc.
And Hellbilly walking around the outside.
Is he even scheduled in this matchup?
Yes, he is. He's just taking his sweet time jawing with the crowd.
20 seconds.
Well, with just a few seconds left to get another wrestler enters the ring, I think Hellbilly's also figuring out who's the easiest target to go after. And now we're starting to see the fisticuffs flying between Cleaver and Sullivan. You knew this was going to happen at some point. These two have no love for each other at all. And they are going pillar to post right now as we await yet another combatant in this ring. And clothesline there by Cleaver. Oh no, Hellbilly's making his move.
And a newcomer coming to DOA, Bobby V, out of the 5 boroughs of New York City.
Slides into the ring, nonchalant and quiet, almost like a spy in some respects. He's picking up somebody. Who's he found? I think he's found Santiago. Big uppercuts there by Bobby V. Throws another one. And now he's going to try and throw Santiago out. Santiago trying to make himself as big as he possibly can, stretching out across the top rope, making sure he doesn't get eliminated.
And Ricky Gibson trying to get back in the ring, but Bronco Young doing his best to keep him out.
Oh, Ricky Gibson eliminated in this matchup. You know, he was looking for a tag earlier, and now, well, he's been tagged out permanently out of the Battle Royal.
And Jeremy and Jason Sullivan giving Bobby V, you know, a little welcome to DOA present, I suppose.
Absolutely. Well, DOA Pro Wrestling, well known for the superstars wanting to come in and be a part of the action. Again, you know, check out DOAProWrestling.com, the Facebook.com/DOA Pro Wrestling. And of course, you can find us on YouTube as well. Just search us for DOA Pro Wrestling. You'll see a lot of the great stars, a lot of the great matches on there. You want to be a part of the action, come and see us at the University Park Community Center coming up for My Violent Valentine on February the 13th. And then also, we should also mention the Northwest Connection in Willamina at the VFW Hall. That's going to be on February the 12th. Stay tuned for more dates for that action.
Bobby V trying to get Sullivan out of the ring by picking him up by the legs. I don't know if he realizes it, but that's kind of like trying to move a Volkswagen.
Well, and Bobby V, he just faced off with the elbow there, courtesy of the Big Ugly J.D. Bishop. And now it's Haymaker City between both Bishop and Sullivan on Bobby V. Big choke there by the Big Ugly on the top rope. And Way by God Hess is now entered. Now, of course, these two couldn't touch each other. Now it's the DOA Rumble, and they're more than happy to go at it once and for all. They may not even make it to My Violent Valentine.
How sweet would it be to see somebody like Hess or Sullivan win this title, come to the show next month with title in hand in their My Bloody Valentine, My Violent Valentine matchup?
Well, I'll tell you right now, whether it's violent, bloody, it's going to be nasty because you're talking about a top rope full of barbed wire, weapons galore. It can't mean anything other than that.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be carnage. That's for sure. And we're going to have the paramedics on standby for that match.
And just a reminder, you can catch DOA in HD TV in Eugene Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock, Salem Fridays at 10, and again Saturday morning at 8. And coming soon to the Portland, Newburgh, Oregon City, and Humboldt County, California markets. Make sure that you stay tuned to DOAProWrestling.com for more details. And of course, if you want to be a part of DOA Pro Wrestling, find out about all the schedule, TV events, and much, much more at DOAProWrestling.com. Oh, did you see that shot there by Dr. Cleaver on Hillbilly? Big chop there by the Doc. Prescription for pain there by Cleaver. Clotheslines him, takes him over. Talking about taking heads off. My goodness, Cleaver just wiped out Hillbilly.
Hillbilly wore a mask out here. Maybe he should have left the mask on.
I know, take a look right now as Dr. Cleaver working over Bubba Blanchard in the corner. And Santiago looks like he's about ready to go. Hanging on, hanging on. Unbelievable. Makes a return back to the DOA Rumble. Way by God Hess now gives a shot there to Jeremy Blanchard in the corner.
Michael Sweetser.
Boy, I tell you, Sweetser didn't learn the first time. And he did figure it out because as soon as he took one look at Hess, he was out of there. I don't even know if it registered a time on that one there for the entry, but we'll say that 0.1 second there for Michael Sweetser by Way by God Hess, eliminating himself. Not a bad move, if I do say so myself.
Sweetser definitely took longer getting to the ring than he did spending time in the ring.
Absolutely. Now the kicks aplenty there by Bubba Blanchard. Good grief. Jason Sullivan he's feeling the effects there, pardon me, of Bubba Blanchard, and now give that to Way by God Hess. An unusual partnership, if I do say so myself.
And it looks like Cleaver's over there with, I think it's Big Ugly.
It is indeed Big Ugly, and Bobby V right now sizing up, looks like Way by God Hess. Not a smart move when Hess is about ready to turn around and slug you one.
The next entrant in the DOA Rumble.
And we know that music.
Well, I'll tell you right now, for Bolo, he would love to regain a championship belt. Former DOA heavyweight champion himself, a long-reigning DOA heavyweight champion, would love to come up with his own belt, maybe the pure wrestling title.
I believe that's what he wanted to call it if and when he does win.
Well, if I had to pick a favorite, that's probably who I would have chosen.
Oh, now you're picking favorites.
Absolutely.
After half the guys in the Rumble have been eliminated, now you pick Bolo.
Absolutely.
Way to be an odds man, Bulldog.
Hey, I hedge my bets. And Bolo's not even going to get in the ring right now. He's pounding away on somebody outside on the floor. Similar to what's been going on to some of these other wrestlers going on out here throughout this matchup. Way by God Hess out on the floor right now. We got Santiago finally getting back in from the floor. I think actually we've only got 4 wrestlers in the ring. Oh, now we've added more. Bobby V has gotten back in the ring.
And just a little factoid for all you fans. Bolo won the very first DOA Rumble, and Wade Hess won the 2nd annual.
So they could be the odds-on favorites for the 3rd, but not right now when Sullivan and Hess are going at it on the floor. And oh, hits him with the bell. Well, I'll tell you right now, they've already started their House of Hell matchup with weapons. The bell there, courtesy of Sullivan. Make it twice. Bronco telling him to put the bell down, guys, if he's going to listen to that. He doesn't listen to anybody anyway.
Yeah, way to show some command there, Bronco.
The next entrant in the DOA Rumble.
Well, Bolo now enters the ring.
Jason Sullivan has been eliminated.
Well, Bronco has announced that Sullivan has been eliminated. I'm wondering if that's by a time violation. We're gonna ask Terry right now. Terry just whispering here. It's a disqualification apparently. Disqualification on Jason Sullivan for the bell use. But I'll tell you right now that the House of Hell matchup coming up February the 13th with Hess and Sullivan, well, we've already seen the precursor to it tonight, and I guarantee you that this is only the beginning for that.
Looks like Kellen Wraith entering the Rumble.
Boy, I tell you, they've all gone through the Dash Venture House of Hair. Kellen Wraith with the long hair going in. What is it with the long hair, people?
Maybe the chicks in Washington dig it. I have no idea.
I have no idea either, but right now Eric Wright facing several boots there, courtesy of Bolo in the corner.
Dr. Cleaver with a big clothesline to Kellen Wraith in the other corner.
Bishop just backing up a little bit after him and Santiago were going at it in one section. And Eric Wright just took a flying leap over the top rope, courtesy of Bolo, who eliminates his first man in this DOA Rumble. And now sizing up on, now it's Kellen Wraith, and now it's Bishop that Bolo's going after. I tell you, there's so many wrestlers and so much action going on, it's really tough sometimes to keep up with it all.
But like I said before, only the best at DOA, and the best man is going to win this title. And my pick still has not entered the Rumble.
Well, I'll tell you, the numbers get higher, your chances get better.
And Dr. Cleaver is still in the Rumble. And I believe Bubba Blanchard is too.
Surprisingly enough, Bobby V is still in the Rumble, which is surprising. Being a newcomer, I wouldn't have expected him to last as long as he has.
I think Kellen Wraith's hair just helped him stay in the ring right there.
It did. You're right. That's because neither Bobby V or Dr. Cleaver have much up there, and Kellen Wraith wrapped it around the top rope to stay in the ring. Oh, Bolo, though, enough with the forearms there from Bobby V, is throwing several into his own. Now the kicks start, and those are devastating. Take a look right now as Bolo continues to pound away on Bobby V.
And another fact for you fans, right now I can count 4 men who've actually been contacted by the WWE to try out for Tough Enough.
Well, I tell you right now, for these guys right now to get a chance at the big time and then some, is always a great feather in the cap to DOA Pro Wrestling, showcasing what sort of talent they bring in each and every month to the University of Park Community Center. Bobby V's telling everybody to get out of the way. He wants to throw Bolo, but instead he goes over. As Bobby V has been eliminated by Bolo. That's the second one for Bolo. Catching up to Cleaver now for elimination.
Has been eliminated. Santiago has been eliminated.
Well, Santiago finally gets eliminated there by Bishop. A little applause there by Bubba Blanchard, raising his hand. Well, he's only one guy over, not several.
And the smallest man about to enter the Rumble, Lila Lodge. Affectionately known in the locker room as Larry Blackwell.
Wow. I'm not even sure where that comes from. But
Hey, it's in my headset. I'm just going with the people in the back are telling me.
Well, Lila is now into the ring, and she would be the smallest definitely in that ring right now compared to some of these big guys.
Even if CJ was in the ring, she still wouldn't be the smallest.
Well, here we go. Bishop trying desperately to get Cleaver out of the ring. He already threw him over the top rope, but can't push him out off the apron. It's a rare sight to see a female in a battle royal.
Well, that depends. I'm sure that China had been in a battle royal or two in her day. Difference being, you know, China was about, oh, I guess her and Lila were about the same size in terms of weight.
In China, what, about 6'2"?
Yeah, and Lila's about 5'6".
That can make a huge difference. Here we go right now is the Big Ugly. Looks like a sleeper hold he's applying to Dr. Cleaver in the corner by sitting on the top rope. A dangerous spot for Big Ugly to be if Cleaver were to roll back. Well, speaking of small guys, how about the smallest? The little chocolate drop, CJ Edwards now enters the DOA Rumble. Fortunately for him, he's managed to avoid some of the big guys that have already been in here, like Jason Sullivan and Sledge, who would have probably been about 4 times his size.
Yeah, they'd have him for a small snack after lunch.
Absolutely, a toothpick. But right to work goes LCD, and he's going to go after Dr. Cleaver. LCD almost dropped over the top rope there. No, we're going to get Jonas. Jonas Albert Robinson, better known as Jar.
Oh, he has an entire list of names, and he actually has instructed me to rattle every single one of these off so that everybody at home knows.
Oh, goodness gracious. I sincerely hope that you've got your microwave popcorn already ready, because I see the list and it looks lengthy.
So it is Jonas Albert Robinson, the LeBron James of wrestling, the Northwest Natural, the King of Corvallis, and your favorite wrestler. You know, I think that, that might be longer than Doc's intro.
And the only man who can apparently wear pink and lavender with some degree of formality.
I'm not sure, but you might be colorblind because that's purple and gold.
Lavender.
No, that's purple and gold.
Lavender and yellow.
Okay, so you're telling me that the Lakers are lavender and yellow.
He's definitely not Lakers.
Well, he is from California but lives in Corvallis.
But take a look at this power bomb upcoming. No reverse there by CJ Edwards.
Ooh, Jonas takes a kick to the midsection.
Boy, CJ back on a house of fire again. After being pummeled earlier in this matchup, coming back stronger than ever.
CJ needs to register those kicks as lethal weapons, I think, or at least small arms. Well,
another wrestler we haven't seen yet tonight, making his appearance in the DOA Rumble, and a lucky number himself, Patrick Large.
Was Jonas wasn't thrown over the top there. He was thrown over the second rope, I believe.
He was indeed, and Baroni raked the back there of Patrick Large. Looks like he was trying to choke him. Oh, Baroni, though. Backdrop there by Patrick Large.
And a little backstory on Jonas, since Patrick Large took his $50 headband off. Patrick, I'm sure, gets his headbands from Kmart or Walmart. Jonas has his custom made by Dolce & Gabbana and Nike in a collaboration.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Oh, believe it, Bulldog. I've seen the workers in Thailand making those.
At the sweatshops.
Yeah, they've got little hands like Nate.
Absolutely. Take a look at the jaw jacker there by the LCD on Bishop. JD, that is, the big ugly in the corner. Right now, a lot of the guys are sort of looking, trying to figure out who they're going to partner off with. Patrick Large has found one in Big Cool Bishop.
And if you haven't noticed yet, my pick still not in the Rumble.
I noticed that. You keep reminding me of this. Thank you.
So, if I would have placed my bet in Vegas before this Rumble started, I'd be making some serious money right about now. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know if it's an only issue, Bulldog. It's a nice surfboard by Baroni. I don't know if they surf in Canada, but, it's possible. And a boot by Bishop.
Wide open was Patrick Large. No defense whatsoever.
And the weirdest intro music in DOA Pro Wrestling.
And one of the longest. Definitely one of the longest.
Has Dash been in the ring yet? I honestly don't know that I've seen him in the ring.
I think he stepped in the ring and then was out of the ring pretty much almost right away.
Huh. I guess that's a sound strategy.
Absolutely. Well, when you're only working about 50% in the legs right now, you got to use what you got in those strategies. In the case of Loverboy Nate Andrews, I don't know what the strategy is here. He doesn't have a lot of friends in that ring.
No, I'll agree with you there. And he's throwing short, tiny punches to little C.J. Edwards.
And C.J. Edwards just about ate the buckle, but Nate Andrews instead looks like he may be. No, instead he's going to hop up this. We're going to get a suplex. No, I thought we were going to get a suplex into the ring, but instead I think we got an alley gouge courtesy of Nate Andrews.
And Baroni's got Dr. Cleaver in Canada's favorite move again, the sharpshooter. Oh, he lets it go.
Well, there are no submissions in this. Remember, it's over the top rope, so realistically, as you were talking about the legs earlier, you can't get a guy over the top rope that easily, maybe.
Well, it looks like Bishop and Baroni may work together to get Dr. Cleaver out, who, incidentally, is still in the Rumble.
Absolutely. And last I remember, I think we still got Blanchard's in there too, don't we?
Yeah, I only see Big Ugly in here right now.
Well, he calls himself a Blanchard.
Yeah, honorary.
Honorary, yes. Take a look at those elbows there.
In the DOA Rumble.
I told you I love this music.
Yes, you do, constantly, and it's almost becoming annoying. Wow.
The showdown Emperor.
Get another person. Of course, we're talking about the HD.
And as the 27th entrant, my man, my pick, has entered.
Well, I tell you, he has got himself a great number. Only 3 of
Oh, he's the 30th. I'm sorry.
Well, wait a minute. I think we just saw Baroni go out. And for the Elite, it's probably a good thing that that Ethan HD came in when he did, because Baroni's gone.
Well, we've still got Ethan, Jonas, and Bishop, all from the Elite in there right now.
This is true. Take a look right now as Jonas continues to put the boots to LCD in one corner. And of course, 2 men, no strangers to each other. We're talking about Bolo and Ethan HD in another corner. And now put the boots in there by Loverboy Nate Andrews.
So you're going to tell me that Ethan's wearing, what did you say?
Lavender.
Lavender. That's not purple. That's lavender as well.
We'll go with lavender.
Man.
It's a purple.
Yeah, so is periwinkle, but, you know, we're not splitting hairs.
Or violet.
Jesus, Bulldog. Real men wear purple. Get with it.
And I'm not sure, but I'm saying that. Take a look right now, as a lot of these guys have been in there for quite some time, and fatigue starting to show their effects on some of these. As LCD, though, goes up top to try and, oh, he does. He got the knee right into the face there of Ethan HD, who crumples up in a heap in the corner.
Which might actually be the best strategy of all. If he can just stay in the corner and avoid being hit, he will win this, and I will probably get a lot of money from Vegas.
Jonas trying to dump Bolo over the top rope unsuccessfully right now. Cole throws the back elbow in on him. Stops that.
I'm kind of surprised Pat Large is still in this. I mean, CJ lasted a while, but I'm just surprised. I was sure Pat Large would just be in and out like that.
Well, you know, he's not Michael Sweetser. That's just
Good point, good point.
no.
I mean, Large does have trunks that fit.
Here, oh, take a look, though. Large, I think, just had a little removal there, courtesy of Ethan HD. Wheelbarrow. Second one applied there by Ethan HD.
Yeah, Ethan kind of looking like Brandon Baird from U of O, kicking field goals.
Right through the
Oh,
uprights.
wait. Look what Ethan is doing. This is an homage to me. Oh, the curb stomp.
It's painful to watch it.
I had to go give my boy Ethan
Wait a
a
second.
high
I
five.
think we just saw Draven go out.
Draven Vargas and number 1 Nate Andrews have been eliminated.
And Nate Andrews just before him was out as well. But to my knowledge, Dash Venture's still in this Royal Rumble. But take a look, though. He's outside the ring.
Sitting in a chair.
Well, you know, the referee has a discretion here if he's going to eliminate somebody for not participating. I don't know if that is oh my goodness! Was that the LCD who just flew out?
Yeah, that definitely was.
Wow, that was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Pat Large hanging on the apron, and Pat Large is done.
Well, after all this time, finally Patrick Large has been eliminated from the Rumble.
Looks like we're down to 6.5 since Dash decided he still doesn't want to get in the ring.
Well, you know, I don't know if that's a bad move on his part. You know, let the others beat themselves up.
Still 2 members of the Elite left.
But those numbers are dwindling fast, as are the combatants in this Rumble. Dash now finally making his appearance in the Rumble.
Still on that injured knee.
Absolutely, on Bolo now. Speaking of going after knees and legs, he's stretching out Bolo and trying to eliminate him at the same time.
Looks like Big Ugly's been taking a breather for a while. Now he's ready to lay some pain.
Well, he was feeling it earlier. Now we've got all of them in the one corner. They all ganged up on one.
Dash.
Well, for Dash, that's probably the best thing that could have happened to him. He's probably going to have to go for medical attention on that knee.
Maybe him and Thunder can get a 2-for-1.
Well, you know, and I'm still waiting to hear on an update for Thunder. You know, it didn't look very good on his way out way out tonight. It looks like he may be out for some time.
There's a possibility he could need surgery.
Well, we'll soon find out.
Oh, wait a minute. What's Quiz doing?
Throws the super kick on Bishop.
And Quiz isn't even in the Rumble.
Apparently, Cole Bishop has been eliminated.
Well, Quiz right now maybe eliminating himself right there as he takes out Bishop to the floor.
You can't be eliminated if you weren't in the Rumble to start with.
Well, the referee was discretionary on that one, and and announced that Bishop was out.
Looks like we're down to 4. Bolo going after Ethan. Doc and Ugly going to town on each other.
Whole bunch of windmill punches as all 4 men going at it. Cleaver sizing up Big Ugly, and Cleaver is up and over but not out. Holds on, and Big Ugly didn't see it. And Big Ugly up, and he's gone. Cleaver has eliminated the Big Ugly.
And if Cleaver was smart, he'd just sit back and wait, but of course he doesn't.
Now it's down to Bolo and Cleaver and Ethan HD.
And Doc has eliminated 8 of the 30 competitors today.
An incredible percentage. Absolutely incredible for one man to do all that. Phenomenal. The question is right now, when it's down to Ethan HD, Cleaver and Bolo, who do you pick out of this?
I told you who I picked.
Well, I know who
I picked it before the Rumble started. Who did you pick? I forget.
Doesn't matter.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, thank you. As you take a look right now, Bolo though, oh, missed on Ethan HD and hits Cleaver.
And apparently Cleaver has a harder head than I thought, because Bolo's kicks aren't that hard, because Cleaver got up like nothing happened.
Cleaver's a little bit upset about that, and oh, he throws a haymaker in on Bolo. Now the two of them are exchanging.
Now if Ethan was smart, he'd just sit in the corner and wait for them to eliminate each other and become victorious.
Well, that may very well happen here if they're not careful. Cleaver right now delivers a boot to the midsection of Bolo. Nice up and over.
It was a beautiful knee.
Goes Ethan HD and eliminates Dr. Cleaver. Now we're down to 2. It's Bolo. It's Ethan HD. One of these men will become the winner of the 3rd annual DOA Rumble and will claim a title to which they will name.
You know, I should start betting on the duck game right now. I mean, I bet that Ethan was going to win this thing, and it's looking pretty good at this point.
Bolo getting rid of the bandana. Now he means business. Takes one punch from Ethan HD, returns the favor with a kick. Makes it 2. And those are absolutely stinging kicks there. Roundhouse takes him down.
So is that another nickel for me, I think, right?
I don't know. What's that going there on the table?
I know, I should go gambling someplace. Maybe Vegas.
Here goes Bolo. Oh, he's up and over. No!
Did both feet touch?
The referee was right there in position. We saw one, but not both.
I don't know if I trust that Bronco Young.
He was right there. He's standing right beside where the wrestler came out. He did not say both feet touched the floor.
I'm sure he was probably adjusting his pants and didn't even see it.
Did you see that kick, though, from Bolo over the top rope and into the face of Ethan HD? Takes him down. Now Bolo working over Ethan HD to the corner. Putting those boots in on him. It's Bolo and Ethan HD. The winner will be the DOA.
There it is. Just push him out, Ethan. Just push him out.
Over the top rope he goes, but he's not getting him out. He's not pushing him out at all. He's throwing fists at him.
This is not smart.
And Ethan's putting himself in a bad situation. Oh, holds on. As both right now are outside the ring, one man could fall off the apron and easily lay claim to the championship gold.
Well, Ethan just needs to climb in the ring and push Bolo out.
Both with one leg draped over the apron right now.
Roll in, roll in. Good, 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 good.
As both men get back in, but it's Ethan more to the center of the ring than Bolo is. And because both men have now re-entered the ring, they need to go back over the top rope again.
Exchanging forearms.
Oh, big, huge high kick there by Bolo. Goes downstairs this time. Oh, Enziguri.
Big Enziguri.
Takes him down right to the melon. drop kick sends him over.
No.
He's hanging on.
Man, Ethan's like a spider monkey.
I'm choking with excitement. I almost thought that it was over right then and there. Up and over, take a look, head scissors. This could be it.
No, 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 no.
Bolo hanging him over. Wait a second. And Ethan hits the floor. It's over. Bolo. It's Bolo. And now he gets to name the championship. Well, let me tell you something right now, betting man. It doesn't look to me like your man won the Rumble. It looks to me like Bolo did, and Bolo's going to name that title.
Hey, Ethan may not have won, but he was definitely the best dressed out there. And it doesn't necessarily matter whether he won or lose. He looked good losing.
Well, I'll tell you right now, he lasted an awfully long time in that ring. Both men, an incredible amount of time in that ring as Bolo, his hand raised there by referee Bronco Young, getting the victory and getting to name the championship, the newest one to be added to the DOA list. The question is, when he names this title, exactly what happens?
As the winner, crowd wants to know. You get to name the next belt, which will be here next month.
What do you guys think? Last month, when they told me if I won this Royal Rumble here tonight, I'll be able to name that championship whenever I wanted to. I'm a loser belt. I decided right then and there that I was going to name this championship what I'm trying to represent from the very first time I stepped foot in these ropes. Yeah! And that's the pure wrestling championship. And for those of you that are wondering exactly what that means, I heard a few of you out there, you wanted a hardcore championship. The truth of the matter is, every time I've stepped foot in these rings, I've tried to be different than anybody else. I've tried to bring my own brand of professional wrestling to each and every one of you every single month.
Well, let's take a rundown right now as DOA Pro Wrestling for another great night of action coming up February the 13th. The violent matchup, the top rope surrounded in barbed wire. It is the House of Hell matchup. Jason Sullivan, Wade by God Hess, the very last time these two will ever face in a DOA ring. Plus, much, much more.
And also you'll have HBQ versus Bishop for the heavyweight title and the Blanchards versus Bad Company in a tag team championship match.
And a lot more. Watch us for DOAProWrestling.com, the Facebook, the YouTube, and all that.